So I'm Judy Perez, and I was once the director of e-learning in a large school district in Colorado. And the reason why we went into OER and decided to use that as a resource was because we knew this was something that would allow us to scale out blended learning. And as we had more teachers trained in how to use blended learning methodologies in their instruction, we needed content. And in order to scale that out amongst thousands of teachers, the answer was OER. And what we found in using that digital content was that we saw an increase in student achievement. So one of the things that we did was we tested out some of that digital content with our online school at the time. And during that time, the online school wasn't performing very well. And over a period of about 2 years, the student achievement from the online school itself went from a very low performance to the highest accreditation in the state. And so what we learned from that was the combination of decent digital content and good instructional practice was the answer. So we continued to build out OER so that we could then not only scale that out to any teacher in the district who wanted to use it for blended learning in their classrooms, but we were able to also see the impact on the data, and the impact on student achievement was enough to show us that this was viable, it was something that was usable, and it would sustain us as a district to move further into blended learning.
Hi, my name is Jane Good. I've been teaching secondary science for 28 years. When I began my career, I relied heavily on my peers both in my building and throughout the district for activities to supplement the textbook so that I had a more vibrant and interesting classroom, and often used resources and tweaked them a little bit, gave them back. And I think that everybody who's a teacher has had that experience where that sharing has made us all better. So throughout my career, I've taught both in those traditional classrooms and in fully virtual programs and blended online programs. And no matter the situation, I think we all need to share curriculum because it obviously saves time, allows us to personalize for our students, and makes the content better for everybody. So my experience strictly with online, with open educational resources, has been that as far as the time saving, I've had to create courses from scratch, and I've also needed to supplement or revise courses that I've been given. And in the beginning, 14 years ago when I started teaching online, there just wasn't much out there, so it was very difficult. At this point in my career, I have found that resources are readily available. A lot of teachers are sharing. It has made my job so much easier, and it's made things better for my students because I am now able to pick and choose from open educational resources that exist. They're available to me online through quick searches, through fantastic sharing sites and organizations that have decided to share their content. And it has allowed me to personalize my courses for my students. So I am able to either send them on a different academic pathway or maybe a pathway according to their interests, which keep them involved in the course and enhances their learning. So the other thing I've seen just through the years that I've been using OER is that the content that is put out there for sharing, it gets better and better, just like those worksheets and those labs that I used back in the day in my face-to-face classroom. I see that as teachers use those resources and put them back out there for others to use, just mind-blowing things happening out there with a lot of this content that is making all of our courses better and allowing us to really personalize for our students and differentiate according to their needs. So honestly, I cannot imagine doing my job as it exists now without OER.